welcome back. Now we're moving into the big boy game.
The big one. So far, these two teams have managed to win every single one of their games. We're seeing Marling against Basingstoke. This could be the warm-up for the final.
Yeah, the warm-up.
The warm-up.
But the important thing is it's going to really upset one of the teams.
It is. It's going to be a hit for one of the teams. It's going to be a confidence boost for the other team. But it'll be interesting to see who can really pull it off.
This is the one that we need to be watching. Honestly, I'm just so excited to get into it. And we're going to be starting off with Eco Point Antarctica, which so far I think is a really interesting map because when you have the very shield-heavy sort of compositions, you find them all staying up here on this top catwalk. But we've also seen the pharmacy. We've seen people. We saw that May come out and them trying to kind of go into this side room. And regardless of where it is your position, once the capture point becomes available, you have to drop down anyway. So there's a lot of different things that could be going on this
Now,
map.
it looks like Basingstoke are being pretty brave, using the higher ground here to go for the Widowmaker, early playing the McCree, so they're always going double time there. Really trying to maybe show their confidence to get started here. Marling have gone a lot more closer range, more physical contact, so they're going to have to get close to the snipers, which is going to be quite hard, seeing the versatility of maps that Widowmaker gives you with the grapple to move around. They're trying to keep away. They know the Widowmaker's there. They're trying to get out of the line of sight. It looks like Marling have taken some hits. They haven't really got much back on Basingstoke. But Basingstoke's taking some serious hits. Marling have gotten close. Widowmaker not really able to do much. They're trying to tank the Widowmaker out. Widowmaker is almost out. Widowmaker on 1 HP. But it looks like they got out the mech. It looks like Basingstoke are taking the lead here with a 1 HP Widowmaker.
That's
Basingstoke get the first round.
With a Widowmaker like that, they must be feeling... Whew.
I mean, the downside now is that they've lost the McCree and Widow.
Yes.
So that sniping ability, I'm surprised they didn't keep the McCree for the Widow main to be able to kind of bring back that slowly through the rounds.
Yeah, I mean, that's absolutely true. They still have the Ash available to them if they choose to bring it out. And in that last series that we just saw, we did see Basingstoke, to be honest, towards the end, just start running very DPS-heavy compositions because they realized that they were aggressive and confident enough that they could get away with it. So the job here for Marling is going to be to try and exploit that confidence and finding the crooks in their armor. And they're going to be trying to do that with a very, very traditional pharmacy composition.
Definitely. So it looks like here we're going in with absolute destroying Basingstoke there with a strong attack. Both teams have lost one player each, which is going to be interesting. We're seeing now basically the healer, the dedicated healer for Marling, which is proving reasonably effective. However, because Basingstoke have got the shotguns on the close range, they're keeping up in the air there, constantly getting healed, just trying to keep out of the way. There you go. It looks like Marling win the round back. Maybe this is going to be a true clash for the Titans.
The thing we saw there was the fact that what Basingstoke were running, once it was down to 1 DPS and 1 healer, is that for the Moira, you have to waste a lot of her cooldowns a lot more to be able to follow the DPS around, especially as a Reaper has to be very, very close range and aggressive, whereas the Pharmacy can sort of float around without using any of their cooldowns. So that meant that the game was very much in the hands of Marling there to take.
Definitely. So we're seeing the compositions this time. It's a little bit weird. Both teams trying to play a little bit safer. They're going back further. However, Marling's keeping up with the more offensive side with the Ash there, trying to deal with the longer cross-map situations, while Basingstoke are really going for the kind of the bouncy grenades that we see from Junkrat. It looks like Marling there got some early hits, but they aren't really that strong because it was a trade between damage of the two teams. They're using the shield here really effectively, but it's getting taken down quite quickly. They've got the Ash behind there and just swiping out any of the competition nearby. It looks like Marling has the upper hand here with more health being taken off Basingstoke. However, they have healers and it looks like Basingstoke are rapidly getting back up to health.
Yeah, Basingstoke looking there like they were going to go down, but then Moira managed to get them very quickly, but their Reaper has now gone down.
Definitely, so it looks like Marling have the upper hand on this round with the 2v1 unless the Junkrat can hit some amazing grenade shots. We can see some pretty good ones there, but they have the advantage of the shield just blocking stuff out of the way. But here they go, they're going for the final swipes and Marling wins the round 2-1 to Marling. That would be interesting. This is very close. We saw the really strong first round with the Widow, but now we're seeing Marling, once they wiped out, or once they got rid of the enemy's snipers, maybe that wasn't such a great idea from Basingstoke to pull that out first round, because they wasted both the McCree and the Widowmaker, which could have been more tactically inserted later on.
Yeah, we found in the last series that when Basingstoke start to run out of DPS heroes, that's where they kind of struggle. But that said, the DPS heroes they're left with, Farah and Soldier, that they have right here, could prove to be quite a strong composition.
Definitely. So it looks like Basingstoke can now switch that around, going for the almost same combination as what Marling did, trying to get that air damage, trying to bring it back to a 2-2. Marling going for the Anna here, which is quite rare, but it's something that if they can pull off right, it'll be good. But no, Basingstoke just gets the opportunity and is destroying them as Marling did. Soldier versus Soldier combat here, whose melee is proving very effective, but it doesn't look any good, and Basingstoke have pulled it back to a 2-2.
Oh, so now we're on round point.
Round point, and both teams have lost their Farah Mercy combo, so it's going to be really interesting to see what they're going to do. Marling still have the Widowmaker in the bag if they want to, but I don't think they've got a Widowmaker main who's going to want to pull that through. I think they're going to play a bit safer. Definitely, this may be the kind of round where both teams want to show their dominance by winning this first game, because it's really going to set the tone for what the second game is going to be.
It's actually looking like what we're getting here is Basingstoke playing something a little bit different. They did pull this out in the last series with the Symmetra. She can use those turrets to try and cordon off some of the positioning opportunities there for Marling. And Marling going for something a little bit sort of normal, you know, being able to hide behind that Orisa shield and stay very still, and also have the McCree there who can provide those sort of anti-dive abilities with the flashbang.
Definitely, it looks like the McCree there is being quite beneficial. Of course, Basingstoke have already lost the McCree, and it's really showing Marling with quite a lot. If we look at the health here, we can see that Marling is massively dominating health-wise, but we have to remember that they're going to be trying to keep that up. Basingstoke are going to try and go for cover now, but Marling are just rushing straight into McCree. Beautiful from Marling there. They're really using the healing effectively. They're taking them out. It looks like Marling are now just going to take a little step back. They're going to let Basingstoke go for the pushes here. We see the center area control getting ready for the capture point. It looks like Marling is really showing that they want to hold this area. However, Basingstoke are doing really well at bringing down Marling's health. Basingstoke taking one out of Marling, but Marling gets the trade and gets them back. This is a 2v1 from Marling here, but this is going to be interesting because if the sentries can be used correctly, this may be something that Basingstoke can pull off. So it looks like we're going into the capture point here, which Marling has the advantage in using the shield, but they've got to be extremely careful about those turrets that are placed up there. Of course, we can see them, but they can't. Marling need to probably fall back and reassemble as a group to make this push, as this is a really, really risky thing to be doing. Oh, that's a nice pull there on the low HP. Oh, he's dropping down. Oh, Marling wins the first game.
I was sitting there and I was thinking, this Orisa is just waiting to use that hold, because we saw someone just kind of sneak away, you know, and the Orisa sort of went back. They got back on the point, put a new shield down, and using that hold so well, managing to get this Symmetra down.
I am so happy.
Right at the end there. So that's going to be putting this into the next series, where we will see Basingstoke try and take things back.
I'm telling you, the jerseys are what has got us here. These jerseys.
That's where the power is.
That's where the power is.
The source of the power.
You have your normal clothes, and then the jerseys just give you that boost, right? They're what is allowing us here as Matador Gaming to be able to really tank through. We'll be heading into the next game soon. This is really going to be the true clash of the Titans now. Can Basingstoke pull back, or will Marling continue their dominance and hopefully win this area? Let's see.
Well, it's going to be going into Castillo. Do you think this is a map that Marling are going to be able to work? Is this one of Marling's preferred maps?
I don't know.
Do you think they can handle anything?
I think the multiple levels is great for sniping, which is going to prove effective for Basingstoke. However, if they burn their Widow very quickly, then they won't be able to really do anything with that. So we're heading into the next game here, waiting on picks. This is going to be a really interesting game. I'm excited to see how this goes.
Well, one thing that we saw Basingstoke pull out on Castillo before was that Symmetra pick again, because they would throw the sentry turrets into this tower that we have on the opposite side of the map here, where the enemy team really like to take cover in, and it prevented them from being able to use that portion of the map. So it'd be interesting to see if later on in the series they do end up doing something very similar, as now they're coming out with this Reinhardt McCree sort of composition.
This is interesting because it looks like Basingstoke haven't gone for the snipers, but they've gone for the McCree. But it looks like on Marling's side, they're really trying to target McCree. They're really trying to take the McCree out as fast as possible, because they know that that is Basingstoke's strong point. And it looks like the jump back there was really effective, bringing the Tracer back up to full health. We're seeing close combat. Marling not really doing so well, but neither is Basingstoke. It's almost a trade here so far. This is getting really close quarters combat. The Basingstoke still has the McCree in, which is going to be detrimental to Marling's gameplay if they cannot deal with him quickly.
Yeah, but the McCree is on 25 HP and he has no healer to go, so it's only a matter of time. And Marling's Tracer is wrecking shop right now.
Marling that is a Tracer main right there. Looks like Marling wins the first round, setting the tone, tanking it through these competitions. I'm telling you everybody, jerseys are the key. It's simple.
Get your school a jersey. My school didn't have jersey. My school didn't have an eSports team.
We're just, hoping that we can keep it going at school. We're really excited about the potential future for our team name, which is Matador Gaming.
Write it down. Go follow them on Twitter.
Matador Gaming. You can follow us on Twitch soon. You can head over to our website soon. It's going to be very exciting for us as a team.
Self-promotion, I love it. But when your team is doing so well, you may as well do it. But we're coming out with this double hit scan here from Basingstoke.
Basingstoke's got a Widow, but Basingstoke's Widow is on the way. Basingstoke's Widow is out.
Oh.
Basingstoke's main attack is out. Marling knew exactly what they had to do there. Marling was prepared. They saw this opportunity for Basingstoke. Looks like Marling is just dominating their way through this competition. I've never seen anything like this. This is Marling with the second point. Marling really showing their ability here, wiping them 3-0. That was a 3-0 bridge, just an absolute wipe.
And here's the thing is that Basingstoke came out with these hit scan heroes, which they've made work for themselves so well, but they brought them out with a Brigitte, which meant that, when this dynamite was used, when this damage was being dealt onto them, they didn't have the sustain to actually be able to build them back up. So now if Marling take this last round using the classic pharmacy composition, this is it for the series.
They have saved this, they have been smart.
The pressure is on.
Marling have saved this, and Marling know exactly what they're doing. Already tanking, getting in there early. Can they deal super quick with this kind of situation here? The Pheromones in this guy. Marling loses one, but they've still got the pharmacy in the air, and they've taken half health of both of them. They are trying. The Genji is the only thing that's really trying to jump there too. We're trying to take out the Mercy, but it doesn't look so good. The Mercy's keeping up there nice and high.
And he's already used his deflect, which means the Pharaoh knows that she can just rain down with her rockets, and he has nothing to do.
2 HP for the Genji here, we may note, and they've got no healer to try and get that back up. But it looks like the shots here, they just have to go straight to that Genji. Genji's their only issue, because they can literally just take down the Roadhog, no issue. They just need to get rid of that Genji, which is going to be something interesting to see. They've got to see the shots. They just got to find him and then just be like, bam, you're dead. Which they are trying to do.
So close,
Genji is out. Marling have got this in the bag if they just keep it sensible. It looks like they've got the res as well. Marling bringing back into the game, going for the 3-0. Will we see? Marling have won the game. Come on, boys. Yes.
Thank you, base jerseys.
The jerseys have served us. The chaos from above has come with the jerseys. Ladies and gentlemen, Marling School have just beaten Basingstoke, which were the other champions. It looks like Marling with the clear lead now.
Marling have proven that of the two titans, they still have the edge in this competition.
Oh.